Hello guys, welcome to a new video, a new GNS3 video. And well, in this new video we are going to start talking about IPv6, so EIGRP, but configuring using IPv6. And because EIGRP for IPv4 and EIGRP for IPv6 are actually two different protocols, if you want to say that, and they have a different configuration, okay, different requirements, different rules, just like OSPF for IPv6 is going to have, and I'm going to show you that, guys, later. But in this video we are going to just show you guys IPv6 and the implementation of IPv6 with EIGRP. Okay, and welcome to video number 99 on my YouTube channel. Yes, 99 videos. Yeah, I cannot believe it either. So let's get cracking, if you can say. And also, if you're using you can still use packet tracer. I'm using EIGRP because I'm almost done. I'm using GNS3 because I'm almost done with my CCNA, and after my CCNA I might move into Juniper. As you can see right here, I have a Juniper router already set up, so I might move into Juniper or CCNP, and for that I'm going to need GNS3. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this EIGRP for IPv6. So let's take a look at these restrictions. So EIGRP for IPv6 is directly configured on the interfaces over which it runs. Okay, so this feature allows EIGRP for IPv6 to be configured without the use of the global IPv6 address. Okay, so that means that we do not need to add, when you go to the router, EIGRP, you do not need to add the network for the IPv6, okay, because the global address are not the one that are linking, and I'm going to show you that later. And as you can see right here, there is no network statement in the network. There is no network statement in EIGRP for IPv6, just like I said. Okay, and in per interface configuration, as system startup, if EIGRP has been configured on an interface, then the EIGRP protocol may start running before any EIGRP router mode commands have been executed. Okay, and here are some of the rules. Okay, EIGRP for IPv6 protocol instance requires a router ID, so we need to configure router ID, and for that we are going to have to create a loopback address, configure an IP address for the loopback, and then we are going to use a loopback IPv4 address to configure the router ID, because the router ID is not going to be an IPv6, it's going to be an IPv4. Thank God, because we don't want to be typing all those letters and numbers for the IPv6 address again. So the EIGRP for IPv6 has a shutdown feature. So when you go to router EIGRP IPv6, we are going to say no shutdown, so it can start. As you can see, the routing process should be in no shutdown, so we have to say, oh, it should be in no shutdown, but I'm still going to do the no shutdown just in case. And also, when a user uses the passive interface configuration, EIGRP for IPv6 does not need to be configured in the interface that is made passive. Okay, so we do not need to enable on that interface if we want to create a passive. We don't need that. Then another one, EIGRP for IPv6 provides routing, filtering, and all that stuff. We're not going to do that. And I think the other one, the autonomous system, needs to be the same, I believe. Not really sure about that one. So let's go ahead and start with this, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Talking a bunch of smack. Let's go ahead and move this VCP. And like I said, guys, if you guys want to just let's copy this. If you guys want to just use packet tracer, you can, but I want to use GNS3 so I can get familiar with this. Let's go to the console, and as you can see, I have a beautiful console now. It's not the same as the other one. This is a lot bigger. I can edit and configure a lot just for you guys. Make it bigger, colors, and all that. But the font seems to be good. What it is, it's a lot bigger. Let's configure an IP address. So the IP address is going to be this one, and the next one, this one's going to be the default gateway. There we go. We have configured an IP address here. Now let's go ahead and plug these two bad boys in. And let's go ahead to this router. It is already running, as you can see right here. Router 1 is running. So let's go to the console. Beautiful console. Config G. And another thing that you need to have is you need to have IPv6 unicast routing running. Otherwise, IPv6 is not going to work. So if you go to IPv6 router EIGRP 10, as you can see, it's going to tell you that IPv6 is not enabled. So we have to go IPv6 unicast routing and enable that first, and then we can do that. You can see. But first, let's create an interface loopback. Let's call it 0. IP address. It's going to be, say, 101.1. Now shut down. And this one is going to be the router ID. So we're going to provide that router ID for this router. So remember, one of the rules is that you need to have a router ID configured. There we go. It is configured. So now let's go to interface faster than 00, which is the one that we plug in over here. Let's give an IPv6 address. And paste this one over here, and it's going to be 1/64. Let's give it a no shutdown. And let's try to ping our computer now. Paste that over here. And you can see we're able to ping this computer over here. So we have connectivity, and that's working correctly. That's just the way I wanted it. Now this one, we need to start. There we go, it went green. So this one is on now. So let's go ahead and plug this in on faster than 01. Okay, so now from here, let's go back and open router 1. Let's go to interface faster than 01 and do an IPv6 address. It's going to be 9.1. Now shut down. Okay, so that's great, that's working correctly. And now let's go ahead to this router 2. There we go. Config G, IPv6 unicast routing, interface loopback 0, IP address 2.2.2.2, exit IPv6 router EIGRP 10, router ID 2.2.2.2, exit out of here. Let's go to interface faster than 01. Let's configure an IPv6 address here. Paste this one over here. This one is going to be 2, but over here is going to be 9/64. Now shut down. Let's see if we can do ping. Let's see if we can ping the IP address of router 1. See if we have connectivity. There we go. We're able to ping router 1. So that's working correctly. Alright. So the way that you configure EIGRP is by going to the interfaces. So what we need to do is let's go to interface faster than 00 first. IPv6 EIGRP and Autonomous System 10, which is the one that we're using, and that's the way that you configure EIGRP on the interfaces. So we don't do the network and then we were going to add that IPv6 here. We don't do that. You have to go to the interface and then add this command over here, and this autonomous system needs to match the one that we added over here. Great. Now let's go ahead to fast Ethernet 01. There it is, IPv6 EIGRP 10. Now let's go ahead to this. On this router, we're not gonna. Let's go ahead and just do. Interface fast Ethernet 1, so we can have an EIGRP neighbor relationship. So interface fast Ethernet 01, IPv6 EIGRP 10, and we should see a neighbor relationship. It's not yet there. Let me do show IPv6 EIGRP neighbors. And you can see that EIGRP 10 is shut down. So that is another requirement. We need to do a no shutdown. So let's go ahead to config. What happened here? Router 2, config T, IPv6 router EIGRP 10, no shutdown. Let's do the same router 1, IPv6 router EIGRP 10, no shutdown. And you can see right here, now we have a neighbor relationship. If you do n show IPv6 EIGRP neighbors, you can see that we have a neighbor relationship. And the way that we do neighbor relationship is by a link local IPv6 address. Okay, we don't use the global IP address anymore, or we don't use the global IP address for the IPv6. We actually use the link local IP address. So if we go to router 2, show IPv6 EIGRP neighbors, here we go. There's the link local for router 1. There's the link local for router 2, which are I believe are the same. It doesn't matter if they are the same. Okay, so that's great. Now from PC1, if you go to PC1, we should be able to ping router 2 page 9.2. Here we go. So we are able to ping router 2. We also should be able to ping router 1, and also router 1 again at 8. There we go. So now let's add another computer over here, and let's start this. Go to the console. Over here, do an IP address. We're going to have this IP address, which is actually 10.264, and then for the default gateway, it's going to be 10.1. 10.1. That is not configured yet. So if we plug them in, let's plug them in at fast Ethernet 00. Let's go to router 2, and from router 2, config T, interface fast Ethernet 00, IPv6 address, paste this one over here, and this one is going to be 1.10, now shut down. Now from here, from PC2, I should be able to ping, paste, I should be able to ping 10.1, which is my default gateway. There we go. Great, working correctly. And let's see if we're able to ping 9.2, which is this IP address over here, router 2. Great. Let's see if we're able to ping router 1. It's timing out. And why is that? That is because we have to go to router 2 and go to interface faster than 0, 0 and configure IPv6 EIGRP 10. And now we should be able to ping this IP address. Here we go. We should also be able to ping 8.1 and 8.2, which is the other computer. Great. This is working correctly. And if we do and show IPv6 route, we can see the route from coming from EIGRP, which is D, which is to this interface or this network, which is this network over here. Okay, and as you can see, everything is working correctly the way I wanted it. And like I said before, you guys can use packet tracer. You guys don't need to use GNS3. I'm using GNS3 because I want to get familiar with this. Okay guys, so this is it for this video. And if you guys have a Twitter account, you can go ahead and follow me at CCNA Daily Tips. If you have a Twitter account, and if you do not have a Twitter account, just go ahead and create one and still follow me. Okay, and if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I have a lot of videos. This is video number 99, and the next one that I'm going to make tonight is going to be number 100. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.